Hello there, Fro here again with another weekly football picks video for week 13 and a recap of week 12. Did decent this past week, went 11-5, can't complain. And without further ado, we'll get right into it. The trio of Turkey Day games, starting with Minnesota, Detroit. I picked Minnesota to win. They won 30-23. It's a good game. You know, Detroit had chances, but after Stafford got hurt, their offense didn't look the same. And Keenum keeps playing well, and Minnesota's a legit team. Yeah, the NFC is going to be very interesting to see what happens in the playoffs, because the AFC is not very interesting at all. It's the Patriots and everybody else, but in the NFC, there's like four teams that could easily make a Super Bowl out of there. Second game was the Chargers at Dallas. I picked Chargers to win. They won 28-6. Wow, Cowboys. Man, does Dak look bad. I don't know how to put it. He's a good kid. I root for him because he's a good kid, but he looks like shit. That offensive line and Elliott have become more apparent that that's what carried that team last year. Maybe Dak can turn it around, but he looks just putrid. Speaking of putrid, the nightcap game was the Giants at the Redskins. I picked the Redskins to win. They won 20-10. And not much to say with this game. It was a terrible game. I mean, there was just punts galore, no big plays, and the Redskins pulled away late. Awful. Just Redskins ravaged by injuries, and the Giants just aren't good. What a way to end the Thursday night games. Right into the Colts game. I picked the Colts to win for some stupid reason, and they lost 20-16 against the Titans at Indianapolis. What is there to say? What is there to say at this point? Another week, another Chuck Pagano team that loses, a second half lead. And we allowed the most points in the league in fourth quarter, which is just pathetic. Brissett got sacked 8 more times. I mean, he's gonna die. We kill QBs. That's what we do at Indianapolis. I just don't even care anymore. I just don't care anymore. I can't wait for next year. When Pagano's gone, if Pagano is still there next year, I won't watch a single Colts game. I won't. I don't care. I will not. Hopefully Pagano's gone next year. Ballard has another draft. We hire a real coach. And Luck comes back healthy. That's a lot of ifs. But at least the fucking Pistons look good. Anywho, got that game wrong. Tennessee doesn't look that great, but they're not as bad as Indy, so there's that. And they're leading the division. Woo. Tampa Bay at Atlanta. I picked Atlanta to win. They won 34-20. Atlanta's back on track, competing for that wild card spot. It's gonna be a nice tight race for those 2 wild card spots in the NFC coming down to the wire. You got them. You got the Panthers, the Saints, the Seahawks. It's gonna be interesting how the NFC plays out the rest of the week. What am I, Canadian? Cleveland at Cincinnati. For some stupid reason, I picked Cleveland to win. They lost 30-16. Got that one wrong. Hey, you might go 0-16. I thought this was your best chance left to go. I mean, unless you want to play the Colts again, you could probably beat us this time. We barely beat you the first time. Cleveland looking like 0-16 is a very, very real possibility. But hey, at least you got another draft pick so you can take another QB and ruin their careers. But the Colts do that too, so it doesn't matter. Buffalo at Kansas City. I picked Kansas City to win, and they lost 16-10. What happened, Chiefs? What the hell happened to you? You freaking started the season by beating the Patriots, looking great out the gate. Alex Smith's playing like an MVP. And I don't fucking know. You guys imploded. You lost 5 of the last 6 games. I don't know. And Buffalo's the same way you guys are. You guys, both teams are hitting the skids. And credit to Buffalo, a big win for them to give them hopes in that wildcard race. But don't look now, the Chiefs are only 1 game up. 1 game up on the freaking Chargers and the Raiders in the division. I don't know what to make of it. Just a weird year. Miami and New England picked New England to win. They won 35-17. What a shocker. I mean, I'm truly shocked that the New England Patriots won at home against a Matt Moore-led Dolphins team. Moving on. Carolina at the Jets. I picked Carolina to win. They won 35-27, and give the Jets credit. More often than not, they're competing, and they've already won more games than most people thought. And they competed in this one, had a chance, but Panthers did enough. And Cam didn't really play that well. I mean, he had some good rushing attempts, but passing-wise, it wasn't that special. Funchess played well. McCaffrey had some big plays. Excuse me. But got that one right, and Jets, they're not going to be an easy out the rest of the way. They're going to compete every week. Most weeks. Chicago at Philly. I picked Philly to win, but I thought Chicago would at least make this somewhat competitive. But Philly won 31-3. Philly is the real deal. Chicago's offense is laughably bad. I mean, when your number one receiver is like Kendall Wright and stuff, and what do you expect? I'm not writing Trubisky off yet, but they better get that boy some weapons for next year, or this offense isn't going to get any better. They can't run the ball 40 times a game and expect to win most weeks. You're going to have to be able to pass the ball. Oh. Seattle at San Fran. I picked Seattle to win. They won 24-13. Wasn't even that close. Garoppolo came in, played like 5 snaps, and threw a touchdown as time expired, so looks like he might get a chance to play going forward because Beathard's hurt, but he might. Who knows? They haven't said who's going to start yet. But hey, all you can do at this point for San Fran is just look forward to next year, and hopefully you can get Garoppolo some playing time and see if he's worth the money that he's going to take to keep. But got that one right. Seattle still isn't that great of a team as they usually are, but as long as they got Russell Wilson, they have a chance. Denver at Oakland. Oakland won. I picked them to win, so I got that one right. But oh, God, excuse me. The only thing that came out of this game was, Talib versus Crabtree round 2. And I guess Talib's favorite rapper must be 2 Chainz, because that's 2 Chainz that he's ripped now freaking off of Crabtree, even though he taped it to himself. I mean, the Raiders are only a game back now. So, I mean, it's kind of a relevant game, but the game wasn't really that exciting. Lynch was awful. Or Paxton Lynch, sorry. I don't know. Marshall had a touchdown, but Paxton Lynch was awful. And he got hurt, and he was crying, which I feel bad for the kid. He worked all year to finally get back healthy and get to play, and he freaking gets hurt again and doesn't play well. Denver, your quarterback situation is an absolute mess, but keep losing, you might be able to get a good QB in this draft, or maybe Lynch has something there, but who knows? He hasn't played very much, but he hasn't looked great either. New Orleans at the Rams. I thought this would be the game of the weekend. It was a pretty good game. I mean, the Saints didn't, catch on until late, and then needed an onside kick, but they didn't get it. But I picked the Saints to win, and they lost 26-20, and I got that one wrong. But these are 2 teams that could be that are in the mix. The Rams have a legitimate offense, even without Robert Woods, who has been playing really well for them this year. Watkins played well, and Gurley's a beast. I can't believe people were really saying that he was going to be a bust after last year. Like, look at that team from last year to this year. They were the worst offense. Now they have the best offense. It just says a lot about the coaching staff and the fact that they got some weapons now for Goff, and Goff is playing pretty damn well. The only pick he threw was because it was an underthrow, but Watkins freaking tried to one-hand it and freaking basically just handed it to the defender. But both these teams are going to be fine, and it should be fun to watch them in the playoffs. Jacksonville at Arizona. Welcome back, Jags. I picked you to win. You lost 27-24. Against a team with Blaine Gabbert playing quarterback. And not much else to speak of. I mean, my God, Bortles, you're bad. Imagine, that roster with, Rodgers or a healthy Luck or fucking Brady, Breeze, or anything. Oh, my God, those guys would kill for a roster like that. Their roster is absolutely sick. But they have one of the worst, the bottom 5 quarterback in the league. I'd argue that he could consider him the worst just because he has the most to work with, and he's awful. He is not good. I mean, he has some plays running the ball, but he's not a running back. He's a quarterback, but doesn't look like it most weeks. Got that one wrong, Jacksonville. Your defense is still awesome, awesome, and you got Fournette who's a beast. So you're gonna be in it most weeks, but you ain't gonna do anything. You ain't gonna do any damage in the playoffs if you make it with Bortles. I'm sorry, unless he flips a switch. Green Bay at Pittsburgh. I thought Pittsburgh would win this one pretty easily. I picked them, but they only won 31-28. Took a time expiring field goal to win it, but Hundley played well. The Packers made some plays. They made three big plays to keep him in it, but It's a shame. They had 2 winnable games coming up, the Packers do. And Rodgers could come back after that, and even if they run the table, I'm not sure 10-6 is going to be good enough to make the playoffs in the NFC this year. It would be interesting to see that. It'd be a hell of a storyline if Rodgers came back and led them to the playoffs again. But I wouldn't count on it. At least Hundley played better. You know, like I said, they got 2 winnable games coming up. Houston at Baltimore Monday night. I picked Baltimore to win. They won 23-16. That game was not very exciting to watch. 2 subpar offenses, and that's putting it mildly. The Ravens defense didn't play as great as I thought they would. But Savage is awful. Flacco is also awful, but, you know, the Ravens still have a decent defense and the best kicker in the league. And sometimes that's all you need. But when 11-5, week 12, not bad, can't complain. You know, I mean, I should have made some different picks, like not taking the Colts ever again, like I said I was going to do. But we'll get back to that as soon as we get to this week. Week 13. Thursday. Ooh, we got a doozy. You got the Washington Redskins at the freaking Dallas Crybabies. The Redskins have so many injuries. And Dallas just looks awful without freaking Elliott. And Martin's on. I think Martin has a concussion. And I mean, Smith did play, but who knows? I'm picking the Redskins to win this game on the road just because until Dak proves me otherwise, I just don't see him carrying that team to any wins. And Washington, with all their injuries, they've been gutting out a lot of games, and I'll take Cousins over Dak at this point. Yes, I didn't think I would be saying that this year because Dak played well last year, but like I said, I root for the kid. He's a good kid, but whew. Minnesota Atlanta should be probably one of the top 2-3 games of the week. Atlanta's back on track. But Minnesota, man, they're just on a different level right now. And if Keenum's playing well with those weapons and that defense, I don't see anything stopping them. Look for Minnesota to win that game. New England, Buffalo. I don't care if Buffalo beat Kansas City this past week. I'm picking New England. Hope Buffalo wins. They won't, though. Woo! Man, look at this game. San Francisco at Chicago. Could be Garoppolo versus Trubisky, but 2 dumpster fires. Take the dumpster fire that is at home. Look for the Bears to win this game. What should be just an amazing game. Absolutely. Indy at Jacksonville. Last time we played Jaguars, they blew us out. Brissett got sacked 10 times. Probably took like 5 years off his life. And the Colts are going to get blown out again, most likely. Because, Melvin, our top corner, who's been playing awesome this year, he's probably out for the rest of the season with a freaking broken wrist or whatever. Look for the Jags to win this game easily, and it'll probably make Bortles look good again, because Bortles' best game of the year came against us, of course. I know, it's hard to believe. Our defense is so stout. I mean, there are some promising young players on there, but second half play calling, they're on the field the entire second half because we don't get first downs or anything in the second half. We don't do anything. I want the year to be over for the Colts. Looking forward to watch some good teams in the playoffs, but can't tire of watching the Colts, but they're my team, and they will be until I no longer draw breath. Tampa Bay at Green Bay. Like I said, Green Bay has got 2 winnable games. They play Tampa Bay this week and Cleveland next week. Ooh. Look for Green Bay to win this game. I think Hundley plays well enough again to beat Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay is just they're having a disappointing year too, and Fitzmagic is who he is. Houston at Tennessee. Tennessee in first place in the division, and I see that staying that way. Tennessee wins this game. As long as Savage is there, they have no hopes. It's a shame with Watson, how good they look with Watson, but Savage is... Oh, speaking of Savage, Denver at Miami. I'm assuming Simeon plays or Osweiler. Most likely Simeon. I think Simeon's good enough to beat Miami because Miami sucks. It doesn't matter who played quarterback for them. Going against that defense. I mean, I know they're not going to have to leave, but this game's not going to be fun to watch for anybody that has, is going to, but look for Denver to win. Kansas City at the Jets. Kansas City, until you prove otherwise, I've lost all faith in you. Look for the Jets to win because they actually play hard every week and they play beyond expectations. Kansas City, I just don't know what the hell happened. The wheels really fell off the wagon. Detroit Detroit at Baltimore. Should be another good game. And, I think Stafford's obviously got to play, but I just don't think he's going to be the same with that foot. And Baltimore at home. I'll for Baltimore to win this game. Should be a good game. Could easily get that one wrong, but who knows. Cleveland at the Chargers. Chargers, this would be a very Charger game to lose when your guys are back in the playoff hunt. But, excuse me. You guys are going to win this game. If you don't, congrats to Cleveland, I guess, then. The Giants at Oakland. Oakland's not going to have Crabtree for 2 weeks, and Cooper, I don't think Cooper's going to play. So, this has the potential of being a very, very ugly game. But I think Oakland does enough to win and stay in that playoff hunt in that division just because the Chiefs blew it. Carolina, New Orleans. This should be another really good game. And I think the Saints bounce back at home. They play better at home. Carolina will keep us close with their defense stuff, but I like New Orleans at home. Kamara's a beast. Ingram's a beast, but Kamara is just awesome. The Rams at Arizona. Arizona's got a nice win, but the Rams are just a really good team right now, and I don't think Arizona's offense can keep up with the Rams' offense. Look for the Rams to win that game. Philly at Seattle. Man, if this was the same Seattle team, this could be an awesome game, but I think Philly wins this game, and I don't really think it's that close. I just think Philly's defense is so good that Russell Wilson can have a hard time, especially when they can't run the ball, which they haven't been able to run the ball all freaking year. But Philly to win this game, and it should be a really good Sunday night game. And then ending the week, and Monday night, we got Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Pittsburgh's going to win. I mean, I know these division games in that division are usually tough and close, but Pittsburgh finds a way to win. They just got too many weapons, even if Ben doesn't play that well. Just give the ball to Bell for like 35 touches, and you guys be fine. He avoids hard hits so easily because of the way he runs and stuff that he can take that many carries and stuff in games. So that's it for this week, guys. As always, I really appreciate anybody that takes time to watch this, and if you subscribe to me and give me the thumbs up and all that, it means a lot. But and like I said, can't wait for the Colts season to be over, but there's still some good football to watch. And hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and I'll catch you guys all next week. Peace out.